from beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today we've got a fun AFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Miami Dolphins. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and for both of these teams that we're going to see, Charles, the future is kind of right now. You know, this is something you only see a handful of times in an NFL season where you've got a rookie quarterback versus a rookie quarterback. And I think a lot of that has to do with the era we're in now, because our dads, they didn't see rookie quarterbacks go against each other. In fact, it could be 2-3 years before they even saw the playing field. Nowadays, you get drafted, they expect you to play earlier, and these guys as competitors, they'll take their lumps early, but they'd rather be on the field. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former Buckeye, the young rookie QB from Ohio State.
Tell you what, partner, he might just be a rookie, but he certainly looks the part of a veteran NFL starter, and he carries himself like one leading the offense out there. In a lot of ways, he is advanced as a first-year quarterback, and he came in and was right at home with this offense.
Throwing to start the drive, Howard. And his first look is incomplete. Trying to find Calvin Austin, but it's going to be second down.
Second and 10.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He'll try and do this himself. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
First down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he's got some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Warren, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Boswell good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Dolphins nothing.
That time a 6-play drive. And it was all finished off by the 17-yard touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And as we watch this young man play, let's never forget, he's a rookie quarterback. That means he's going to go through the inevitable growing pains. Like any quarterback, he's going to have to adjust to the speed of the game because things fly in the NFL. And every snap, absolutely invaluable for long-term development. Nothing like game reps in order to improve in this league.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
A gain of 2.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. His first pass attempt of the game, Charles, and the pass rush was right there to hit him. But no fear, he delivered an accurate ball. Nice catch.
And you never want to see your quarterback getting hit, but it also sends a message to the rest of the team when he's able to take that shot and still deliver downfield. Showing a little toughness, and the team rallies around him. This could really help them on their drive.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense, hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
2nd and 9 now. Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now. And that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Achane will score. Touchdown, Miami. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the drive finished off with a touchdown run from Devon Achane. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2. Looking to throw. Howard. That'll be dumped off to Gainwell. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's a gain of 2.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now runs straight ahead with Warren. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
2nd and 6. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Now inside the 25. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
A big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
Warren will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
They give it off here to the tight end. And he is going to lose yardage here. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have taken the lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Boswell for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Steelers 14.
So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Nice little juke. And he returns this to the 22. The Dolphins headed back out, and this, of course, the second game this weekend to feature a team wearing the new NFL Rivalries uniforms. The Dolphins are in their Dark Waters jerseys. It is a good look. Very dark blue, kind of highlighting the speed that this offense generally runs at. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This goes out wide from Madison. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
Up the middle, Achane. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They go play action here on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A handoff for Warren. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
He was tackled.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Yeah, the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop them on 3rd down. Back to throw. Howard. Yeah, that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, the Steelers call on Corliss Waitman to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Fielded just inside the 30. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Steelers' 37-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack.
6-yard loss.
And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
Here's Jake Bailey now.
For the Dolphins.
And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 62 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Howard. This one finds Austin out right. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
operating from the gun. Howard. That's complete to his tight end flyer move. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On the give, it's Warren. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Second and 2. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
A 47-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. A little juke. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Tyreek Hill.
Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Austin. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Tate. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
On the run, it's Warren. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And the Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He'll find Metcalf. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
For a Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Here's Warren. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
This is 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Howard. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Howard. Austin brings in the quick throw. And he will have a Steelers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Another Steelers first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 91 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
First down. A gain of 12.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Right back to him on first down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Howard. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on a sack.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it fourth down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be fourth and short.
Oh, the snap, a poor one, and this is blocked.
And it's usually not a good thing when we start talking about the long snapper, but it was his error that led directly to that block. If this operation is cleaner, we're probably talking about a different outcome.
So now here come the Dolphins. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Here's Achane to start the drive. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 36 yards on the play.
And the Dolphins, first down. First and 10.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Gets this one to Hill. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
That's a nice job right there. Get the ball out to the perimeter, get it to your guy in space, and he's just going to take this, turn upfield, and turn it into a big play in first and goal.
They'll run, Achane. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Sanders on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was Devon Achane who finished things off with a touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Steelers offense and their running back Jalen Warren headed back onto the field. Now, he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here now, 2nd and 4. It's brought in left side by Tate. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Howard. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Back to throw again. Open man, that's the tight end fire move. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Howard. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, pass caught by Warren. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. Boswell's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. On the return, Jalen Waddle from his end zone. So these two teams off to their locker rooms for intermission, and that means we go to Orlando. Here's Scott Hansen with our halftime report. Scott?
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway.
Chris Boswell.
The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
The third quarter begins with a run by Achane. That's about as exciting of a one-yard run as you're going to see. Finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler, but again, just 1 yard out of it.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
2nd and 9 now. Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
First carry now for Alexander Madison. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A run straight ahead with Achane. Fighting through it, he's got space. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane, 57 yards. And the Dolphins have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And that one puts them on top here in the third.
Makes the score Dolphins 21.
The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the drive finished off with a touchdown run from Devon Achane. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks. Well, they brought the lead into this third quarter, and now they're really stepping up, setting a tone here defensively.
They came right out roaring because you had to know that in the locker room, they talked about setting that tone that you just described, continuing the dominance that they exhibited in the first half.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Looking to throw. Howard. Over the middle, complete to Tate. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Now Howard from the gun on third down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Watch out for Hill on the return. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And they will take over first and 10. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And third and 8 now.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. The Steelers' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On first down, he'll drop to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And from the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. They'll run it. Warren. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
It's a gain of
116 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They toss it to Warren. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
Work to be done. The sack. Operating from the gun. Howard. And a quick throw here. That's complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And 3rd and 8 now.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That is caught. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Here's 2nd and 7. Now a run with Warren. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Warren, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead. He's given them a little jolt, just gave them the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And that is caught for the 2 points.
And makes the score Steelers 28, Dolphins 21.
And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And able to get this out to the 25. The Dolphins offense and running back Devon Achane making their way back out. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
131 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
That's out to Hill, right side complete. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 5. Achane on the counter. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it looks like Steeler football. It is. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Howard now. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
It's a gain of 11.
The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run on first down. Warren. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
2nd and 11. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's one. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
He's had success running the football. This is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
Howard from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another Steelers 1st down.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Back to throw. Howard. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Jalen Warren from a yard out. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point now by Boswell. He knocks it through, and it's 35-21. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. 2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Now back to throw. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right? Your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. They'll try and sneak it here. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now he's going to bring up 4th down.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And this offense on third down today, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is third down and 12. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on third down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Looking to put a drive together. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. Oh, what a juke into space. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the fourth quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
Now Achane on first and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Second and 1. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
In motion, the tight end. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
On the pickup brings up second and 2.
On the handoff, it's Achane. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On first down, back to Achane. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. It's a big loss of 5 there on second down to bring up 3rd and goal.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Alex Highsmith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash. Sanders' kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
I'll give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game but has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the posts.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field. They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches.
8.
The yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a first down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out wide.
Absolutely. Over 100 yards, has the 8 catches. Looking to put a drive together. To throw is Howard. Throwing to start the drive. And his throw is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Now runs straight ahead with Warren. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away. Now Hill to return it. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw caught by Achane. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 1.
In motion, Hill.
A give, running right, Achane.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
A quick throw there is incomplete. He was looking for Jalen Waddle there,
but it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
1st and 10 at the
But correct me if I'm wrong.
line.
Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
This one thrown underneath to Achane.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield at man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. But in tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
For the field goal, a 33-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Howard. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this returnable for Hill. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. This is 1st and 10. Caught by Dulcich, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on. And that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. And the Steelers set to take the field. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. They run the counter. It's Warren. Stops short of the 25 with that second effort. Got him a couple extra. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On 3rd down. And he is going to have a Steeler first down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it. It's a pickup of 2, and that's good enough to just about write a finish to this one.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. And with that, we sign off from Miami.